right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nerf Surf and Turf Detailed Cast, Day 23. So, by the time you're hearing this, it could be Day 30 if this thing lasts to Day 30 because things are getting incendiary. Things are getting insaniary. We're going to see in the next, I think, several days, some big clashes. So, a couple of things that are happening here. If we look at the New World, we do notice that another territory has either rebelled over or been given over to North Canada. So a little more diversification here happening in the New World. We also do see that we have now, where are those planes? I've lost them. So we do have North Canada coming in with some fighters here, but it's such a long way to the New World. And it does look like they're backing off to this airfield. So where are you going to be able to go from this airfield to this airfield? Okay. Possibly island hopping closer to the New World. Yeah, significantly closer. Potentially not a whole lot closer. So interesting. We'll see what happens there. But we did have some bombers. Did we not? Am I losing my damn mind? Am I losing my damn mind? I thought we had 3 bombers coming down from North Canada. And gosh, so this is what happens. The game has gotten so complex now. I cannot follow all the ins and outs. I do notice that Finland has landed something here. And also, I do believe that I recognized earlier that Finland was at war. Here we go. This is not going to give me what I want. Finland is at war right now. Yeah. Okay. Not with the New World. Okay. So that's important for me to know. Neither of the Canadas nor Greenland. Okay, so, I kind of have to be careful about revealing my map quests, but I kind of don't because it's 7 days afterwards. So right now we're in the middle of the Red Norwegetober quest, looking for the missing submarine. So if you happen to see him in this video, don't tell anyone. So, not much new in the New World other than the Middle East seems to be kind of encroaching over. And by that, I mean Southern USA in the middle here with a sub. By that, I mean Morocco. Morocco coming over with a lot of guys and 4 subs. These 4 subs could easily take out these cruisers. All 4 of them, really, if they happen to unify. But what we also see is somewhat of a movement west by these individuals. Now, I think altogether, if you counted all these singletons out in the ocean, you might have 12 or 14. However, subs can't attack on land. So they're great. They're really great against what the South has in the water, but they're not going to be any good helping to land in the South. So not sure what's going on here, but some interesting stuff developing. I don't really see where else these 2 countries can go. They've taken as much as they can from the former Western Libya. This is pretty much all completely taken by Spain, Italy, France, and over here by West Algeria, and then down here by that cheeky Morocco. Also Morocco having territories over here, and Egypt still holding on to 1, 2, 3 territories with some beefy little armies over here. It does look like this one is about to go down to Romania. So compressing Silver Star's empire into 2 territories now, we can see that the Arabia is completely gone. So Arabia no longer has holdings here in the Middle East, and Arabia no longer has this holding up here. We talked about this earlier. It probably just rebelled over. I know that there was really no reason for anybody in this region to attack. The morale was at 3% maybe. So probably long since rebelled over, gave over to Caucasus that whatever 8 troops, 9 troops that was there. But that's all over with. Arabia's gone. Now, we see some stuff happening in the Middle East, some big stuff. It looks like France made an attack into Finland. France and Finland are currently at war. Finland went into a flower defense of some kind here, and it does look like France is not going to win this exchange. In this territory, there is a level 3 fort, maybe a level 4. Yeah, level 4 that's building to a level 5. This is always confusing to me, especially since I've learned that forts build by half layers. So this could very well be like a 3.5 level fort that's building back to a level 4. I don't know. I feel like it's level 4 though, because it has 8 hit points, 2 per level, right? So it's building up to a level 5. Anyway, all these flowers, if it's done right, should have the benefits, the defensive benefits of that fort. So this is a textbook right here of a defensive flower, sometimes called Lemming's Defense, because they are only being attacked one at a time. They're getting full defensive bonuses as each one is attacked, and they're also getting that fort bonus. Even though they're fragmented, they're close enough to the fort to claim that bonus. So this is something I'd like to learn more about, this defensive flower inside of forts, but it's being used effectively right now by Finland. And, I wonder about things like splash damage too, because this 12 infantry, it has a little bit of splash damage. So doesn't that mean that when it attacks one, it also gets some kind of splash on the units around it? There's a lot to the flower I don't understand. And that's part of why I love this game, is there's always more to learn. What else is happening here is, again, I just have to say there's so much going on in this game. I can't competently cast all of this and also have a full-time job and a wife and a life and whatnot. So I'm doing my best. As you can tell, there's a lot going on here. One big thing I did notice, of course, was that North Canada took a very pivotal double steel tile here. It may have rebelled over because this morale is so low, but typically when something rebels over, the morale increases a little bit because they're happier once they're under their new leadership. What we oddly do have here, though, is Sweden sitting here on its former territory and not attacking North Canada to take it back. So potentially not really willing to go to war with the New World yet. I don't know. But this is a big tile. That's a double steel. That's a huge tile, arguably. So potentially, maybe they're waiting for that to, honestly, yeah, that's actually pretty smart. They're just waiting for it to rebel back. 27 morale with no troops in it to protect it. There's nothing here from North Canada to protect it. This is actually a pretty smart play from Sweden. Just sit on it, wait for it to rebel back to you. So I get it. Other than that, I just see the North continuing to sort of hold on to its sort of dominance and building up strength, fighting off an attack here from France. I see the Central Eastern territories finally consolidating, taking over the rest of the Middle East here. They pretty much have this all wrapped up. We have Ukraine over here with territories. We have, of course, Romania with a lot of territories. And we have Caucasus coming in, taking the rest of this AI and taking a couple pivotal territories here. This double coal is pretty sweet. And this guy over here, of course, double fish, pretty sweet as well. We have some holdouts here still hanging in there from Egypt. But it does look like Romania is about to take this Egyptian territory, and eventually they'll sew this up. Now, once the Central Eastern territories have all of this, they are going to be the dominant team on the map. I just don't see any way around it. The Northern team is looking great. They're looking good. They're defensible. But right now, if I was going to put somebody in first place, I'd have to put this team in first place and the Northern team in a close second. Now, there is always the wild card of this trio over here combined with the duo down here. And part of this has been, if you look at these three, Harkold, Smitty, and Grandma over here, they have had a tough row to hoe. They really have. You can say this about the Eastern Center team. They had their back against the edge of the map. Now, their north was pretty iffy, but their south was Greece, who folded easily. So they really only had to watch their northern border. The Western Central powers here had to watch an uppity northern group, unpredictable noobs up here. They had to watch an eastern group here, and they had to watch their southern border. They were sort of surrounded from early on by enemy powers. So big respect to the Western Central group, and also interesting to see this group of 5 in a tournament of 3. And so we'll see how this moves forward. I'm just fascinated to watch and see what happens. And of course, the New World doing its own thing and still keeping Southern United States a part of it. So if I haven't been talking about this, but if Lefterios is fully on board, then we might have a mega coalition of 4 over here, a mega coalition of 5, and then 2 steamroll mega coalitions of 3. So fascinating stuff going on here on the map. I'm loving it. This is a great game. That's all there is to it. And we are moving now into day 23. Here we are in day 23. I'm going to go to sleep and wake up. It'll be day 24. So we're deep into this game. It's nuts, and still no clear front runner. So I'm loving it. Right now, to me, it's a bit of a competition between the North and the South here, or North and Central. But there are still these wild cards in the game, this group of 5 and this group of 4. And this group of 4 is protected by a big old ocean. So anything can happen at this point. Really, anything can happen. So very exciting game. Thanks for checking in, guys. I'll see y'all next time. Adios, amigos.